The trapped drow will die if we leave. Forgive me if I have no tears to shed.
Mir's voice fades, but your head still tingles with his anger and fear.
You have my attention.
A god? Perhaps. I wouldn't know to make such a thing.
Probably inhabited by whoever those skeletons were the others found.
Not yet. Please.
The air is ripe with magic. Right away.
The architects who built this must have been remarkable. Pity their vision did.
How delicious. Let's be quick.
Elminster's not around.
Nothing important is ever easy.
Twice over.
Open up.
Battle of wits.
If you don't move,
No one stopped me yet.
I'll peel your balls off the table if you don't move. And you better hope that.
On my way.
This must be the forge. What a feat of engineering it is.
Just needs something worth forging.
How about this?
A lava elemental. The amulet is heavy, but holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly, the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Can thou endure?
The urge to laugh intensifies. Talking jewelry, that's hilarious.
Endure!
The laugh urge fades. A quiet power spreads from hand to head, then down to your feet.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh if not one step toward madness? Thou art the one! Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings. To thy granddaughter, Shira Clawen, serves Ilmata Shida. She waits in Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts. Oh, thou shalt be blessed indeed. The Sharons tormented me, and I laughed at the pain till where couldst I stop? Is there affliction more terrible than eternal joy? This is my pleasure. This is my curse.
Beneath the rampant joy, you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't. Etched on its face is an image of the dawning sun. You recognize the symbol. It belongs to those sworn to Lathander, god of dawn and renewal. Whatever madness this spirit suffers was inflicted by Lathander's enemies, followers of Shah. And this madness may flow into you. You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
There's a parasite in that corpse, brimming with potent magic.
No one's here. Just as well. We can grab Nia's head and go.
The decaying corpse lies before you. The head breaks off cleanly from the drow's body. Object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems, though no light flickers within.
A broken trinket. Beyond repair from the looks of it.
You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic. To all appearances, the dust seems quite ordinary. Broken moon lantern catches your eye, its glow now snuffed out. This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death. You see no burner or wick. It was not...
Just when I was getting used to the sky again.
Fear not, Karlak. Sun, beauty, justice.
Peacebringer, be at home. The drow sought to shatter our circle. Now his flesh may feed its growth. In dealing death, you have brought this circle life, and thus we name you Life Chanter. As our circle grows, so shall your song. Wherever you go, only listen, and you may hear it.
I'm coming along, just not fast enough. Any word on my people? I'm almost sorry to hear it. I hope to have the pleasure myself. There's plenty more guarding my people, but I'd say you've made a fine start. Don't know. Longer than I'd like, but a slow recovery's still a recovery. Like I said, save my kin. And if...
Prime spot for an ambush. With pleasure.
Let's see.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf. Ah, I know a minstrel by trade when I see one. Tell me, what ballad, bold enough to lift me onto the pedestal of acclaim, enjoys your musical predilection? Is that so? The lyrics are by Volo, you know, whose name alone is sufficient enough criterion to arbitrate its acclaim to truth. 2 weeks I had to endure a frozen beard and wicked frostbites, yet he makes it sound like a dalliance through the dales.
Yes, yes, yes. Be that as it may, you said you came all this way on my behalf, did you not? For what purpose?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Bortity washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it. And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale? Even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling. There go our best supplies.
Stand by me if you need to keep warm in this awful place.
Shrouded in no ordinary shadows.
Stay together. Keep to the light. Stop! Who's there? First, come closer. Hands up. Jonas, move in!
Jonas! Jonas!
I'm here! Where are you?
Jonas? Can you see our torches?
I can't see anything! Something's wrong!
Follow my voice! Come back to the light!
Who's there? Meg? Is that...
Jonas?
There you are. Come. Join me.
Jonas.
Harpers, you heard the woman. To arms!
Counter-attack!
Jonas. Make every strike count! Flanker!
quite thrilling to fight off such grim creatures as this region throws at us, especially being at your side. I once read a book that explained in some detail the effect a brush with danger has on one's desire for other forms of stimulation. Have you ever read anything on that subject? I believe you. You never looked so beautiful as at the end of a stirring battle. Your cheeks flushed, gaze bright, muscles glistening. Perhaps it's just the thrill of our near undead experience talking. Standing at your side through such darkness and disrepair, it only makes me want you more. Unfortunately, this is neither the time nor the place to indulge such feelings, so we must be patient and push all such thoughts aside. For now. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
Where lies your guilt?
The waning moon.
I am not people. Though many would question how wise it is to approach a stranger in the dark. Be on your way. A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us. The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice? Forgive me. It has been some time since I spoke to another. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her, and to this day her victims lie unavenged. I have no heart. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes. My reasons are of no consequence. Your soul sparks with justice, with fortitude. This is your chance to bring a murderer to justice, to avenge her victims. Will you take it? I thank you, as do those who died by her words. Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me. This dark land must be filled with the broken, the beaten, the desperate. The perfect preying ground for a devil who offers a way out for those who sign on the dotted line. I hope we end up seeing our friend Raphael down here somewhere. Help me find him, and you'll find out. When I was taken to his house, I was caught off guard. But now I know what to ask for. Perfect! I knew you would understand.
This place. These shadows. I don't seem to be affected. Not as badly, anyway. Perhaps I shouldn't put it to the test, but compared to everyone else, I feel fine. Better than fine. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do. Carried away? Hardly. The proof is right there. Just be grateful someone can handle this place. Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
I've never seen such a concentration of shadow magic. You must forge on, but carefully. It will corrupt any who lack the power to control it. Not all wizards are made the same, nor do we wield the same powers. This magic is the very antithesis of all that weave stands for. A magic of confusion and corruption, drawn forth only by those desperate or damned enough to accept its degradations. Followers of Mystra, those who call on the true weave, are expressly forbidden to indulge it. What an interesting question. Technically, of course I could dabble in such practices. I've yet to find a form of magic I'm not a born natural in wielding. As for whether I should wield it, that would rather depend on the circumstances and how closely I felt Mystra was watching. Now, I think it's time we moved on to lighter subjects, for we too are lost to the darkness. Was there anything else? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Hey, soldier, well, I'm not feeling so good. My engine is getting worse. Feels like it's going to burst out of my chest. I need to find a mechanic. A good one. Or this thing's going boom. Tell that to the Inferno where my heart was, soldier. Actually, don't. I don't want to piss it off.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young Fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness, or some lingering echo of what we seek. Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it. It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you. You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude. Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove.
Not everyone would have helped. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through.
Finally they stir. True adventurers get up with a lark, I always say. But if there are larks to be found in these lands, they must fancy themselves akin to nightingales. Come, up you both stand. I, for one, am dying to find out what's for breakfast.
Elminster.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
The long-awaited question. Now, if you please, Elminster, for the too long-awaited answer.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mystra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils. They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mystra's belief that only you can.
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help, or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
No, indeed. But I think she trusts me too.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mystra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mystra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Mina hastra mistraril idalior thras annas dithra. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion, be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
North, Last Light Inn. South, Risen Road. West, Wraithwind Town.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Your head is empty as a debtor's purse.
Death won't take me yet.
Smell blood.
Longer like this. been consumed by the shadows. Poor fella.
No time for dallying.
This place is protected.
For a warm bed
You might
and
find
full
allies
stomach,
here,
look
or at
no
least
further.
supplies.
Welcome to the Last Light Inn.
Some sort of barrier? Shadows can't penetrate.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons. Who are you? A cleric. You'll find no quarter here for you or the one you serve. Just keep your hands where I can see them and follow me. Come. Jahira!
Hello.
Absolutely.
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Stop! What's you doing? She's the one who saved us!
She's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved two of my friends. One from a harpy and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss of our thieving either. I'd pretty much trust her with my life.
A true soul with a mind of her own? How is that possible? What in the hells is that thing? Congratulations! You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Salmon might be knocking around here, right? Oh my god, soldier. That's Jahira.
The Jaheira. Don't you know the whole story? Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalspawn trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid. Adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jaheira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Lend an ear?
Please. Be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. My pleasure. Now drink. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? And you're certain you will continue to resist? Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Gadrick Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Gadrick Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. The same way he dealt with my arrow in his eye, I suspect. Much as I share your desire for a simple life, we must try another way. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Gadrick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too. Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us. I like you. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Gadrick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Let me at it.
Best bargains right here.
As I listen.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. Bully for us. We've been waiting, hoping against hope, for someone like you. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
It hurts.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Selûnite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me.
Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you? What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketheric himself. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketheric, alive.
A haunting face swims into your mind's eye, its instructions vivid in your mind. Nothing is more important than bringing the girl alive.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketheric will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel.
a globe of
Take food.
General Ketherick is alive! At any cost!
Isabel! No! What in the nine hells happened? God spare us. Ketherick was planning our demise all along. Listen closely, for there's very little time. Even if last light falls, your mission does not change. You must find Ketherick Thorm. And you must kill him. As impossible as that task sounds, there must be a way to break the spell that makes him invincible. There are secrets in this ancient waste hidden from... But hark. Something stirs. It's happening. They'll all be taken by the shadows. Only by the grace of Isabel's spell will we be spared the same fate. We cannot hesitate. Not even for those we knew. Those we cared for. They're no longer who they were. Still your hearts, and steady your hands. To battle!
Ignis!
Well, look what we have here.
It's all over. They're all gone. My brave ones, my friends, my harpers. I led them here. To this. After such carnage, you persist? Sometimes there's folly in such courage. There's no way forward. Only the almost hopeless retreat back to Baldur's Gate. Chances are slim I'd survive the journey back. But if I can warn the Dukes an army of absolutists is on the march, perhaps the city still stands a fighting chance. Thank you truly. May you succeed where I have failed. You are the stuff of legends now. Pray that I live to tell your tale. Farewell.
The corpse does not respond.
Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
Playtime's over, pet.
Ah, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Ahem. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads? God! Try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. Do. It's not often the universe hands you something like this. We'd be fools to squander it. Of course, this all assumes we live long enough to find this, moonrise. But I'm feeling optimistic. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not. But maybe answers. If we can convince the right people to talk.
The cub pecks at a crimson splash on his leg. cub looks at you with glistening eyes. With a sad hoot, he holds out his paw, revealing a wound. The cub inspects the wound, giving it a curious peck.
Adorable. Let me know when it brings you something fresh.
You really did it, huh? Not worried about adding more illithid into the mix? Well, what can I say? You look fine, smell fine, seem fine. And yet, you're more mind flayer than ever. Hope you don't expect me to follow your lead in this. Do they? I'm not sure either of us can say one way or the other. We don't know what the costs might be just yet. Good. And you know, keep an eye on yourself. If you start feeling loopy, shout. We don't know what these tadpoles are capable of.
Need something? Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you. I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador given. It was only afterwards I realized just.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow.
Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue.
Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail, and I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, they were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist. Brave as Baldur, stubborn as a deep Rothay. Daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power. Courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one.
snuff out a torch. Well, I don't love that.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I'd love to, thanks.
Someone... Don't linger. Should be easy.
Too much to bear.
Need some oil over here.
Patched up. Pushing on.
Time to get going.
Let's see here. Don't touch me. I'll just help myself.
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights, thou hast sought no company. Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Wherefore turnst thou from it? And thus thou art alone. Fate spins along as it should. Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
The torch is gone again. This curse just will not let up.
Go time.
Careful, I'm behind.
Then thou must return, but this is the price of balance. Very well. Then thou must return. This is the price of balance. Well...
Don't say a word. Just listen. A parasite grips my mind. The shadows curse me. But I am gnawed by an even greater torment. You. My thoughts are hallowed ground. Yet you've crawled your way in. Uninvited. I'm obsessed by the ground under your feet and the wind over your head. I see your face just before I sleep and after I wake. I ask myself, are you worthy? Faerûn as do. There is only one way for you to prove it. A fine sentiment, but I require more. We fight. I test you in battle. Dance with me. Bleed with me. Bruise me so that you might possess me. Do it then. Make me yours.
Best me. Prove your excellence. Yes, just like that. Wound.
Lae'zel's touch is unusually gentle. Her fingers lightly graze your bruises and wipe away your sweat.
No more. I can't bear it. I've torn flesh from monsters and men. I've laughed as they suffered. But you... I don't want to hurt you. I want to protect you. For you to protect me. I am yours. Say the words. Ashdu, source of my bruises.
Your cheeks are flush. There's a twinkle in your eye. But I think I am no longer the cause. Lae'zel. I could scarcely believe it at first. But I've seen the glances you share, the way you lean into each other's whispers. There is something between you two. To seek the heart of a Githyanki warrior takes a good deal of courage. I can only think what you share must be quite serious to brave such a task. I, thought you would show me the respect of telling me first, but no matter. You can tell me now. Who is it to be? Me or her? If that is what will make you happy. Well, I am not the one who would stand in your way. I won't leave. Not unless you want me to, or until fate forces my hand. If your friendship is all we have, then I will be happy to have it. Eventually. And I'm lucky to have met you, my friend.
Shall we cut? Look out!
Chances.
Open up.
What's inside?
Hey, good looking. Could go for a good meal.
Someone there? These mortals be.
I got this.
I scared you! I saw it! Nobody beats me at hide and seek. Will you play with me? I don't know anyone called that. Don't ask me again. Now play with me. I have a mummy, a daddy, and a doggy. They'll be back in a while, but you're here now, and I want to play. They don't need names. They just need to be mummy and daddy and do what I want. Now play with me, or they'll be angry with you. All right, I'll hide, and you seek. Find me, and you win. Then you lose. Get ready, and no cheating. You weren't supposed to find me. You weren't supposed to win. Good idea. You're smarter than some playmates I've had. They always tried to leave before I was done with them. Try to find me again, but my family will be looking for you at the same time, so don't get caught.
Quiet.
You're good at this. Are you sure you didn't cheat? But I can't let you think me a bad sport. Here's your prize. You'll need it.
Leo. Cal. If you see this, I'm dead. It's nothing to get upset about. It's simply the way life is. Head to Baldur's Gate immediately. You'll both do excellently there, I have no doubt. And thank you for... well, you know.
And beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless.
Suppose you've any clue where we are in relation to water?
No, I'll give it a shot. Something's on my mind.
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? It may look like a peaceful ruined temple, but it is overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki. They have the audacity to call that hole a creche, as if it weren't actually a murderous training camp. Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. What? No, of course not. I was merely... well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition. The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. Hogwash, of course. A Githyanki can no more rise above its nature than gnomes can fly. I beg your pardon? Look, I just need someone to fetch me a Gith egg. Can you do that? You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. I should hope so. When adventure calls, I am always thoroughly prepared. Take a look. Now.
This view's almost worth the walk.
Upon you, pilgrim.
Scene. Well, that... another ruined temple full of foul-smelling beasts.
Trapped.
That's enough. On your feet.
Where are you taking us?
If this is about that weapon your friend was talking about, we don't have it and we don't know shit about it.
Silence! Move!
No! No, I'm not going in there. I won't.
Anyone want to join her? As I thought. Through the doors. Now! The captain is expecting you.
Forward, carefully. These cultists have the crash on high alert.
Let's hope for gold.
What do you mean, too drunk? It's not possible.
Be very, very quiet.
All right.
Watch my fire.
I speak, they burn.
Best be on my way. At least things have stayed interesting. follows me everywhere. Anything of use? Still breathing, despite everything.
Look where
Another step forward.
Don't touch me.
The eagle screeches at you in warning and looks to the bigger bird for reassurance.
Never a dull moment.
You can pass, but you're not to talk to me. Gross.
I should speak up. What's in here?
A fallen Githyanki warrior. A crash must be close. One true way.
What is that awful mewing?
I smell a trap.
Mistress, those little pussycats are allergic to magic. Better watch my spells.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Death becomes you.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy. Looking ahead.
Well, hello.
Let's go. Guardian of Faith spell. Strong is its faith indeed to linger still in these ancient.
Dawnmaster Welkin Glory. Dawnmaster Seed.
Assume nothing. This'll do. It stopped glowing.
The monastery's notable keepers adorn these intricate panels. Dawnmaster Vasaid wielding... The rest of the inscription and picture has shattered away. The reconsecration of the monastery, conducted by Dawnmaster Seed. Evensong before the Zenith Day, celebrated by Dawnmaster Stockhold. Dawnmaster Welkin Glory beckons forth the rising sun in Lathander's name.
A crashman.
The blood of Lathander, spilled in holy battle with Samaster, immortalized here for all to worship.
So they kept the blood of Lathander here. Easy pickings.
That's a Githyanki blade if ever I saw one.
Consider me intrigued.
What shall I do if the Chimrai takes me in? Why? Have you anything to hide? No. But he might scour through the whole creche in his search. No. Kithrak forces are here.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
Stand down, Gish. Is it not Vlaakith's command to welcome her faithful?
I expected no visitors, faithful or otherwise. Why have you come?
We seek the Zaithisk. Show me the way.
You are infected. A gate thrall is something to eradicate, not reason with.
The faithful may be purified. This is Vlaakith's protocol.
Fine. Let the Gustil carry out your fate. Report to the infirmary at once. And step carefully. Kresialak watches you.
What if they don't find the weapon? Do we even know it? Forgive me, just still. I wasn't complaining. I'm honored to help search.
Quanimel, look at her. She's clearly not with the Inquisition.
Our queen's eyes and ears. They're her will incarnate, and right now, they're here.
See? I told you. Nothing to worry about.
She's in her quarters, through those doors. The Kithrak will welcome news from beyond the creche. Good news, at least.
Without delay.
It's rather dark down here,
Alas, time for chatter.
Kresialak welcomes you, Rastil.
I must return to my duty. Walk well, Rastil.
Repositioning.
You remember that story?
Within reach.
Yeah.
Please, Chitrai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chitrai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Faerûn. My patience falters.
Yes, Chitrai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
Lectures on Githyanki Teersu.
Your disobedience brings
I understood
shame.
their script. Who knows what secrets their text would surrender?
Sorry, Savage.
Are you here to learn from our Savage? He's so powerful and wise. No wonder Vlaakith put such faith in him.
This is only a taste of the mercy a gate would show you. Shocky! Why do you keep hesitating? My instructions were clear.
Because they don't make sense. Killing each other like this. It's stupid. Or for you...
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark? I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson. Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you do not prove this weak should we share a battlefield, Rastil. You are well on your way to being Gate food. Do better! Mercy is death, death is mercy. This is Blackith's will.
You look too old to be training with us. Way too old.
Gate have 6 major arteries. No, wait, 7. Stop distracting me! I have to learn this or the Savage will get angry. Again.
What is it? These insufferable interruptions are distracting from my lessons. My students earn the most silver swords of any creche under Vlaakith's command. Their potential may not be apparent to your untrained eye, but my methods never fail to extract it. It is up to them to deliver on this potential. They know the punishment if they fail. Quicker!
Is that how the weakest hatchlings are treated in your creche? I suppose that explains why you made it out alive.
That was amazing. I've never seen someone talk the Savage down from a rage like that. He's always telling us how we have to be ruthless, that death is the only mercy we deliver. But you showed compassion and kindness. You're just like... Never mind. Don't mention Orpheus. Don't mention Orpheus. Wait. What if the Savage can read my mind? Don't think about Orpheus. Don't think about Orpheus. You think so? What does it mean to be a warrior then? Yes, you're right. There's more to it than just killing. There has to be. At least, that's what Prince Orpheus says. He's so strong and wise, and he rides a comet. A comet! I know we're forbidden to talk about him. They say Vlaakith can hear you think his name. I found his book. Part of it anyway. I read it all the time. He's unbelievable. A group of warriors came. Outsiders. On a mission for Vlaakith herself. Savage Kethk made us clean their armor. And I found it. Inside one of the breastplates. Wish I knew who it belonged to. I have so many questions. Hopefully, one day I'll find them. You want... But... I... Fine. Take it. It's so stupid we can't read it. It's just a story. It's not even true. I'll do my best to forget what it said. Thank you for taking it.
You stand before a truly resplendent portrait of Queen Vlaakith in all her glory. In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. As hard as you rack your brain, the symbol doesn't look like anything you've seen before. That face, that expression, brimming with might and glory. Her power and beauty are beyond words.
Don't touch me.
This
Vlaakith herself. She is both the sun that blinds us and the void that contains us. Praise be.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. This Githyanki looks different from the others you've seen here. The way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp features gives her a distinctly otherworldly aspect. As hard as you rack your...
Subtle step.
Is this? What's that? I need to get rid of it before the Inquisitor sees.
Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
This imposing portrait depicts a powerful Githyanki warrior, undeniably regal in her mien.
Vlaakith herself.
In the corner of the painting is a small symbol you can't quite place. This Githyanki looks different, the way her stark white skin stretches over her sharp feet. You recall stories of a prince riding a comet just like this one. With sudden clarity, you realize it's the symbol of Orpheus, a forgotten hero from the tales of your youth.
The sign of Orpheus? Blasphemy! Would I could quarter the Vandal myself!
What is this? Stop!
Entirely too empty. I'd expect to see 15 eggs at the very least.
There are traps about.
You can tell Kithrak Therazin that I was not expecting an istik. What brings you to my hatchery? Someone with orders from our commander to destroy this egg. Almost all of the eggs in its clutch have hatched. We await only one more, which is taking its time.
Failure at the first hurdle of existence. Most caretakers would crush it and be done.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance. But I shall. There could be greatness in that shell. Now leave. Please come out. I don't have time to parent you as well. What do you want now? You? What do you know about Githyanki child rearing? Still, the captain's due for an inspection any day now. And if she sees it here... Tell me, what will you do with it if I entrust it to you? That's what I feared. Still, I'm sure its nature will pervade, even if raised among lesser species. I can no longer ignore that Kithrak Therazin's patience has its limits. Very well. Here, take these. They will aid your approach to the egg. Come on now.
How considerate.
Large green egg with an uneven shell. You can see a vague outline of something within it.
Well, hello.
You did this! The Inquisitor is going to gut us one by one, and it's all your fault!
All right.
Istik, are you supposed to be here? Maybe I should report you to the Savage.
You'd better be watching.
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
Let's prowl. Into the shadows. On tippy toes.
What are you doing? The Zaithisk is not a child's plaything. If you require its services, speak to me. Otherwise, leave. Vertical incision from pineal eye to end of notochord. Intestinal coloration consistent with samples 231 to 259. If you require treatment, take a seat, kin. Or do you have a question? Operational. It is exemplary. I maintain it myself. Why do you want to know? I have no desire to teach, though your request is understandable. You do not gain true knowledge by demanding it of others. It must be earned. Let's see what knowledge your labors have borne so far. Tell me, what is your understanding of ceramorphosis? Clearly, our schooling is not what it used to be. The tadpole is a parasite. Once it consumes enough of your brain matter, it instigates an excruciating transformation. Every fiber, every sinew of your being is torn apart and reformed into the repugnant flesh of a geich or illithid. That is ceramorphosis. A facile achievement for those who know so little to begin with. Must you keep bothering me? If you have questions, read a book. Cursed is the day that even we become geich incubators. Tell me, how long have you been infected? Fascinating. So you're conscious of your infection, but showing no signs of cerebral impairment. Either your tadpole is special, or you are. We must find out which. Go to the Zaithisk. I will ensure you're cured. It will be worth it, I assure you. Most of our kin never get to experience the Zaithisk. Vlakith smiles on you. Go on. My time is vital. Do not squander it.
The device is strange, made of taut flesh and pockmarked metal. It waits for something.
The Zaithisk. Vlakith's purity distilled. My duty. My right.
The device is part organic, part synthetic. But you can't tell how it was made, or how it works.
Stand aside! My time has come. Praise Vlakith. Let it be done.
Sit, child. Let the Zaithisk end your suffering. You must focus on the parasite at all times. The Zaithisk will do the rest.
An unseen blade cleaves your mind in two. Impossible pain sears your bones and body in concert with Lae'zel's.
Yes, child. Speak the Talakit. Meditate on its verses.
You feel Lae'zel's mind rip and rupture. Is this purification? Is this the cure?
The Zaithisk is working as intended.
No! Blackith! Purge me of this blight!
You share in Lae'zel's agony. Every cell within her skull bursts into a constellation of fragments, sorted and reassembled. Lae'zel will die if she remains.
Yes, child. Jamar, Zala, Blackith, call to your queen!
My queen! Hear me!
That thing looks set to kill her!
Your vision narrows. You sense myriad spectres of Githyanki past. This is their fate. This is their anguish. The pain is too great. The visions flicker and refuse to come into focus.
Yes! Yes! Relieve me, Blackith!
Yes, child. Fate's her will.
Your marrow quakes within your bones. Behind the pain, a new sensation rises. Power.
Remove her!
The Zaithisk overwhelms the both of you. The weight of the astral sea crushes your mind and spirit.
Enough! Damn it all! The parasite. I still feel it. I am Githyanki. I will not be gay.
My life's work gone. And yet she lives. And so does her parasite.
Her voice cuts with a fanatical edge, an obsession bordering on mania. If there's a chance the parasite lives, she wants it.
Really? Then all this destruction was a symptom of its power? Incredible. I am disappointed that we could not extract it alive. It would have been an exceptional specimen. In any case, the problem is resolved. Leave me. I must salvage what I can.
No! I followed the protocol! I must be cleansed!
That was too close. Smoke rises like hot breath, but whatever semblance of life once powered the Zaithisk is gone.
I just thought of
I
something.
followed protocol. I kept to my faith. Yet the Zaithisk might have killed me. Someone must have tampered with it. An aberrance I can't begin to comprehend. Thank you. Happy? Good. Now hurry. We must go to the Charai and inform him of the Zaithisk's tampering.
I'm not here. Speak to the captain. Let's see how well she handles this.
Once ate a dwarf, armor and all. Took me a whole 10 days to pass him.
If she keeps making me eat armor, I'm going on hunger strike.
An istik in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
The Istik is with me, honored Kithrak.
So noted. But my question goes unanswered. Do you bring the weapon?
Don't tell her anything.
You are well informed. My creche discovered the same. We know infected flock to Moonrise Towers. I reported the gathering masses back to Tunarath. In response, they sent an Inquisitor. Instead of ordering an assault, we were told to join in this mad hunt for an ancient relic. Meanwhile, illithid sickness spreads right in front of us. I do not know. This hunt is the Inquisitor's folly, not mine. It is small, angular, metal, adorned with Tirsu script. Stolen by true soul heretics.
You realize she seeks the artifact you carry.
What was that look? You know something. Do you have it? Then stop wasting my time, Istik! You are one of the mercenaries we engaged, are you not? A fortune in gold, vouched for by our queen herself. I have business to attend to. Return with the weapon, or do not return at all. I presume you are not stupid enough to return empty-handed. So, give me the weapon, now. Time is fine.
If you're not here to help, you're in...
Abandoned this place. Similar to the astral plane in some ways.
Something's on my mind.
Speak your... Kalir's clutch held 36 eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100. Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children. Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The Queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once. My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell. Not every life is equal. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. Their lives were not precious. They were a blight that required expunging. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common. Fine. Prince of the Comet, Part 2. The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger, and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the Prince of the Comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince. There's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus. Camp. Are you certain? Very well.
That way.
To your church every day, my queen. Your followers are legion. Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
Heretics! Blasphemous in the dark!
Mactave.
Onward. You will die. The
lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows. You notice a tiny pixie trapped within.
Oh please, oh golly, me oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day. My pixie dust is bright as day. My injuries can light the way.
I know the feeling. We've got to set her free.
My name is Dolly Thrice. Now won't you free me from this vice? It would be my pleasure, truly. Once I'm freed, I'll help you duly. I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company. Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you? Honey, I'll shake your world, that's for sure. Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
Now's no time to die. You must get up.
Just be quick.
You should leave now. I should have left when I still could.
What do you bring? I require good. You can pass, but first you must pay. No! 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 You must pay! I require more! All that you have. You may pass the river, but first you must pay. I collect the gold so you may pass. Yes, again. No! No! I require gold! Me!
You must get up.
Insufficient!
No time to die. You must get up.
If you...
No time to die. You must get up.
I require good! I require more! All all that you have. Meager.
I'm not surprised that the Gith's insane device didn't remove our tadpoles. Oh, darling, it sounds awful.
I won't pretend to be surprised. All right.
You can pass, but first you must pay. If you...
Down the hatch.
Allow me to demonstrate. Free from the curse now. Perhaps she'll find peace. Something over there.
What's the story?